pretty deep. It's a big boy. And then I come back here, and the tires are a different brand and a different size than the front, but still the wrong size. So I call Carvana and ask if they can help me, and they won't replace these tires with a new set.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And also thank you for tuning in. This my first video of 2023. Now we're going to be talking a little bit about Carvana. And it's all about a woman thought she was getting a great deal on a used car from Carvana, but just 10 minutes after receiving it, she discovered major issues that the company refused to fix. Watch as she uncovers this scandal at Carvana.
So 10 minutes into driving my new car from Carvana, this guy comes on, which is not great, but it's an easy fix. I'm a girl boss, okay? So I start really looking at the tires, and they look small. Like, they look goofy to me. So I gaslight myself into thinking I'm overreacting, and I come over and I check the size they're supposed to be, 225, 55, 19, okay? And that's when I realized that these are 245 40s. Okay, that's annoying, but like Carvana will fix it, right? I come over here and I look at this guy who is also the same wrong size, and I'm not a mechanic, but there's a gash in the tire.
Yeah, and while, as the video shows, while examining the tires and finding them to be the wrong size and brand, as well as discovering a gash in one of the tires, it only goes to show that someone dropped the ball at Carvana, or obviously they don't have the right people in the right position dealing with these cars. And this may also go to show they lack the experience necessary to actually sell used cars. Let's continue.
It's pretty deep. It's a big boy. And then I come back here, and the tires are a different brand and a different size than the front, but still the wrong size. So I call Carvana and ask if they can help me, and they won't replace these tires with a new set. They won't replace them. They won't cover that.
And this is especially very concerning because it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, as you can see, and the tires should all be the same size to avoid damaging the drivetrain, but this is not so. Carvana to me has left a bad taste in a number of mouths, and this only goes to show that they lack the necessary experience to carry out the operations of how a used car dealership should run. Obviously, again, no one took the time out to do necessary quality control. But in all, how the hell did this car ever pass inspection?
So I now have a car I can't drive because it's all-wheel drive, and I will mess up the drivetrain. What the fuck? And after talking for an hour with their support team, it turns out the 7-day money-back guarantee doesn't cover shipping. So now I've paid $200 for a car I didn't even get to drive. How is this real life?
And if you've been following Carvana very closely, you'll notice that their license have been suspended in a number of states because of the amount of complaints that have been coming in all over. So let's take a look at another one here, also on TikTok. And mind you, I just selected 2 out of the obvious because there are numerous complaints there, videos of customers showing their disgust and their displeasure at the experience handed down to them by Carvana.
Well, I wouldn't recommend Carvana based off my own experience. The car came with additional damages not specified prior to purchase, possibly damaged during delivery. Their touch-ups and repairs are lazy. They sprayed 3 out of 4 calipers gray trying to repaint the wheels. They even tried to color and paint chips with the wrong shades of red. Their customer service and third-party partners makes fixing simple issues extra difficult and frustrating. To top it off, they were supposed to handle the registration, but they entered the info wrong, so I will have to do it myself.
And there you have it. Like I said, this is just 2 that I've selected over a number of complaints that have been issued by Carvana. Looking at their business model, somehow I don't think it will survive, because dealing with used cars the way they are managing it, it's not a very lucrative business model for them, because carrying out the operations of refurbishing used cars, you're going to find out that sometimes it works out a lot more expensive than it ought to be, because there are a number of issues that will be wrong with used cars when they're trading in, especially those who bring cars back in leasing and financing. It takes a meticulous mechanic to actually go through and identify the necessary problems that is needed to refurbish these cars, and most times it's not really worth it, because at the same time now, it also depends on the situation that the car has been in. For example, if the car was actually in a collision, then it will take a number of body parts and repairs to have to effect those parts. And at the same time now, it depends on also if the insurance company decided to write off these cars. Sometimes these cars are so badly damaged, the insurance company decide to write these cars off, and what people will normally do is just buy them and ship them to another country where the regulation and the provision are not that strict like here in the north. But at the same time now, Carvana decided that they want to go in. But another thing is also concerning is that where do you actually get the profit to maintain and manage those facilities that they have all around the states, especially the car galleries that people go in and actually choose the car that they actually want after it has been paid for. It's not an easy task. What you're looking at is that most of what is going on in Carvana, they're not really car people. Another secret about in the car dealership, after you grow too big too fast, it is also rife with nepotism. And that in itself is another story. Let me hear what you think by leaving your comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.